I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel, she, they.
I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Ahmaya, also she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him. I play Ora, he, him.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
Hi, I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Ballantyne, he, him.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM.
This is one box. We have 2 more at home. Eat them. Eat. So one box is going to work tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no.
I'll take one.
Okay. Right. So, would you guys like to roll HP for the level up?
Fucking yeah.
So how are you going to let us reroll ones?
Yes, you can reroll once, because that's
We're going around in order.
It's up to you. Do you want to do it individually or together?
What?
Wait, what are we doing? I don't
Yeah, do you want to be like, who's doing a level and what?
Because not everyone is taking a good level.
Okay, well, you guys can announce it yourselves if you like. So should we start? Do you want to go first, Steve?
Yeah, sure. I'm taking a level in Sorcerer. And that's a 3.
Okay. Was it on a D6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Sorcerer's a...
Oh shit,
Yeah.
but do you have a magic license?
I don't know, we haven't discussed this, have we?
Oh, we need to figure that out.
Do Pallies have magic licenses?
Well, yeah, but
But it's different.
Could you cast a magic before Aura?
I could cast light.
Yeah, so...
Oh, fuck
Dangerous. Right, I'm just going to go same again. Second level in Artificer. That's a 5.
Oh!
Not bad.
That's right, I'll take that.
D6 as well?
No, D8.
Okay, alright. Still not too bad.
What am I doing? Because D&D Beyond has done something for me, and
Oh, you need to change the setting on it from being...
We'll just override it. So
Okay,
yours
cool.
is a D8, I think, for fighters. So... Are you announce what level you're taking him?
I'm just going to be more stabby.
Yeah, fair enough.
I kind of already said as well.
What's your hit dice?
D10.
It's D10, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Well, Matt said D8.
Oh shit, no, that's
fighter's
cleric.
D10.
Sorry, I'm in Perrin mode.
Not cleric.
4. What was I on before?
Oh.
It would have been 10 plus your con modifier
So
at first level.
it would have been 13
12? 12.
What's your con modifier?
plus 3.
So at level 1 you would have been 13,
Yeah.
so now it would be 20 total.
Yes, because you had your con mods again, guys.
Cool, so it's 20.
Very nice.
Oh, God, so special.
Oh, it's only edit on here.
Freya?
Nice.
Taking a second in cleric. It's a 4.
Spicy.
That's alright, it's middle of the road.
Yeah, another level of wizard. I'm going to.
that
Yeah,
one?
should I say my subclass?
Okay.
Oh, you take a subclass, do you?
Yeah.
Can if you like, it's up to you.
Yes, I'm taking a School of Necromancy.
Ooh.
Sabrina can't
And a
die.
5.
Oh!
Hey, nice.
Not as squishy.
Not as squishy.
Nearly doubled my hit points.
Right, no one's got a 1 yet, so here we go with the second level of Warlock. Oh, fucking 3.
Ooh.
Fucking 3. Sad.
Add that con roll though. Yeah.
Pretty trash.
No one rolled crazy good or crazy bad. We're a little late, but hey ho. Okay.
Might be a slightly shorter app.
Well, I'll be happy if the power stays on. Okay.
Anyway,
So, after delving through the depths of the Nunlakium, the once grand structure that was made from the same strange glass that seems to hide beneath the carved Salnari tombs, our heroes found a home-like place there. A large gnarled husk that had been pinned by a spear was reanimated and lashed out at you all, but it was defeated quickly, and you discovered that it seemed the corruption had spread into a group of lizards that were living in its rib cage, and those were quickly dispatched as well. Captain Esquil was less than helpful during the fight, and you decided enough was enough. After questioning him, he revealed that the Duke that owns the unit has his family. He was captured during a heist to steal a confession of the Duke's from a chapel, and then he was sent into the desert to use his skills to find a special coil stone, the Cragmore. With a clever application of his strange compass, Ora casts Locate Object, asking for it to find statues of unworshipped gods. The compass revealed that the 2 small idols that you carry from the first sealed tomb were exactly those things. He then found the owner of this place, or his body. The diary of his story, how he turned this once sacred place into a trap for corrupted husks, the wandering bodies of his once close brethren. You found a number of curious items in Arinar's chambers, one of which was a hidden painting of a grand archway that you recognised from a vellum sketch. The archway was shrouded in a dark, rainless storm in this painting, as well as a panel with the basic runic symbols. Eugene identified these as primitive forms of sigilism, the language he uses. You set to work, splitting up. One team rang a bell above the sandpit to lure the last of the gnarled husks down, and then with a stolen coil shard, the others powered the machine, and Arinar's fire illuminated the Nunlakium for the last time. With the captain's map and his dodgy compass, you set your sights on the dry storm, setting off with your waning rations. Eugene had a go at trying to fix the compass, but it proved a little bit too complicated for his skills. A lonely husk follows you on your journey, and only after a couple of days' travel, you came across a recent wreckage of a sand skiff. So recent, in fact, that the sailors were still on board, and they were cowering at the stern, a group of large Kazels stalking. So, what do you guys do?
Attack!
Hub.
Yeah, just leave it. It's fine. It's their problem.
So it's about, I think I said it's about 120 feet away. You're up on a small rise, and the wreckage is up against like a pillar of rock.
A pillar?
Yeah, a pillar.
How many Kazels can we see?
Roll a perception check.
First roll with the new set of dice. Let's pick one. Perception.
I have the time warp stuck in my head now.
Yeah, correct. Oh, that's much better. 17.
Very nice. A few quick seconds, you can see about 5, maybe 6.
Oh, fuck. Right.
One of them's on the deck, and it is sort of stalking them now, like approaching these 2 cowering figures.
The one that's stalking them, can I let? It's 120 feet away, you say? I'm going to fire off an Eldritch Blast at that fucker.
Roll to hit.
I will certainly do that.
Here comes the sniper.
Pew pew! Oh, that's an 18 plus 5.
Hits.
Thank you. And that's a D10 of fuck you damage. That's an 8.
8 damage.
Right, it's dead, right?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
no, it is not.
Fuck you.
Amaya has speared the head of her enemies.
Yay!
For goodness sake.
Wow, you just shove a blueberry on your model.
No, I didn't actually, like,
Kind
it's just like there's a little hole in the blueberry, so it just sits perfectly.
Oh, before I fire off that Eldritch Blast, I'm just going to turn around to the guy and be like, I'm going to need a nap after this one, alright? And then pew!
Right. What are you guys going to do? Because I might make you roll initiative.
If Cena fire that off, I'm gonna
Get
start
the rope
moving
out.
forwards and get ready to.
Roll initiative then, everyone, please.
Yeah, no, I would have got mage armor off like 4 or so.
That's fine, I'll let you do that. Because you cast the Eldritch Blast.
Drawn out
So.
by longsword.
That's a D12.
That's not a D20. Yeah.
I rolled a 1, but it was a D12, so it was 5.
It's not great. I'll be hanging back, I think.
It's a good job I've got some range. Otherwise we'd be fucked.
I'm really slow. I've only got little legs.
I just heard that like tip
You're
out
going
a
downhill,
load of
it's fine.
stuff.
3 spell slots now.
Oh, shut up.
I've got 2,
Big.
but I get them back on a short rest. Nap time.
I get one back in sure.
Get one back.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
We need to have naps. We need to put in our naps.
I need my beauty sleep.
The Chaos Twins need their sleep.
Okay, right. 25 to 20.
Woof.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. Right, I'll off.
How about Eskiel and Cade and Lloyd, our best friend Lloyd?
Oh god, Lloyd's still here.
Why am I getting the +4?
Because you get it each time, so it's +2 from level 1 and +2 from level 2.
Right.
What's your common? Is it only +1?
Yeah.
Head turns,
okay,
what's the first one?
Because I'm Dex and Charisma.
If you do,
So I want something
There's
to
the
be...
impression they do bounce, but I don't think they will.
Bounce it in my mouth.
Okay. 15 to 20.
Hang on, that's
15.
15 for Eugene. Very
Don't
nice.
say I'm going first.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, I need a little bit of a head start, but
10 to 15.
13.
no, but what's 10?
Okay, hold up. 10 for Ahmaya.
Yeah.
What's your hit
13.
dice? An 8.
13
then it
for
would have
Ora.
been 10.
I was like, that's way too much health.
Cool. What?
And
10 to 15.
11.
15.
Okay. 11.
There we go. That looks better.
We were very bunched up.
Yeah, but
Did someone else say one I missed?
So
You said 15. Yeah, nice.
oh, again, same time.
So you guys are going together, Freya and Eugene.
Yeah.
Which way are you going?
So I'm going 20, 0, 1, yeah. Because otherwise I'm going to lose my mind. Thanks.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't helpful.
Right on where I'm writing.
I'm thinking he's
was trying to be nice.
5 to 10.
You could write
7.
7. And that's all you guys, yeah?
Yarp.
Okay.
Oh, am I like the
skill
last
rolled real
boy?
low. You
Oh, buddy.
can go there.
Oh, daddy.
I mean, he's not going to be in this fight anyway, so.
Oh, yeah, alcoholic
I
bastard.
tell you what he will do though is he'll quickly turn around and point at Clayton. Oi, you look after Entin. Don't want you getting involved, Entin. And Entin's there like,
I was never planning on getting involved. What about Cade? What about that son of a bitch Cade?
Cade's dragging behind you. He's not even engaging. He's about 30 feet behind you.
I won't fucking fight him. He's not getting on our boat. He is not getting on our boat.
On our boat.
This is Kate's head.
Yay.
Okay, right. Well, I will get the battle map.
Yeah.
Oh, what about Loit? How did Loit do?
He's got to prove himself.
Yeah. That's such a hero.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, Loit is basically cowering behind Clayton. He's holding behind him. So if you want him to
I thought
come
he said
with
he's
you,
holding his hand like, Daddy, save me!
if you want him to come with you, then you'll have to convince him.
No, I can't be asked.
I mean, I do have pass.
You little bitch.
I am quite intimidating, so I could, but I feel like that would be really
Loit
mean.
is also not getting on our boat. I'm leaving.
But everyone will be so
Right,
gutted.
harmless. He can count.
Soul cakes must be moved, please.
No! Not the cax.
That's not right.
We shall. Thanks. Oh God! Oh,
So smooth.
Wow.
Fucking seamless.
Carnage.
move those coins.
We eat those, by the way.
We're not
we
allowed
if
to
we
eat
get a
them
kill,
until the
can we
end.
eat
They're
the
our
coin?
post-session
Post-sessions, they're post-session treats.
Don't tell me what to do.
Trick or treat. I'm definitely trick or treating while I'm like later.
If you don't give me any sweets, I'll throw eggs at your house.
These have a huge base, but they're not. They're medium-sized.
That's actually a pretty good boat.
I was going to say that's almost half the size of the boat.
Yeah, so you'll be able to like
Is
share.
this to scale?
Classic.
Is this to scale?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
Is the futtock intact?
Are there any buttocks
You can't
broken?
tell from this distance.
We'll ask when we get back.
Yeah, that's right.
Roll for Fatak.
What? What about the phalanges? Are the phalanges okay?
The phalanges are not okay.
Oh
No, no
Even
phalanges.
the left phalange.
It does have a phalange.
There are so many phalanges.
One of those round by the rock, please. And I'll
like,
give these
sorry,
two
like
guys
over
can be. No, not that far. These guys are cowering over here together.
Oh, they're so scared.
They've also been kidnapped.
Hug for safety.
I love them.
Those are all.
Make them kiss.
They're the only cables you can see at the moment.
I thought, no, I said you said I
did
could
say
see
you could see
5.
5, so I'll put one down here as well.
So that's only 4.
Yeah, I know, but they're sort of moving around. So there's 2 out of sight.
Wow,
Two, that'd be
2 out of sight.
1 out of sight, sorry, yeah. I ran out of, okay, I'm just going to get this out of the way. I ran out of decent, like, wolf miniatures. We have a small badger.
Yes.
Honestly, Percy Pig would have been better.
we have a small badger.
I love it. I'm
He's the one with the
obsessed.
litter.
Yeah. They all look really healthy, except
Hey
for
guys, wait for me.
that. Okay.
This is the Loit of the bad dudes.
So, Freya, you are up first. You've just seen...
and Eugene.
Yeah, you and Eugene, sorry. So you
Where
Where are we?
You are 120 feet that away.
So we're that way.
So we're not on the map.
No, you are... I need to get a little compass. Let's say that way is north, so you're 120 feet east. You guys have just seen, so Eugene and Freya have just seen this sort of dust, slightly orange-tinged energy bolt fire off from Sentinel, and she struck the Kazel that's on the deck here. So, but it's still
Our
going.
minis have been together.
What are you doing?
Backing away.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wish.
Why am I at the front?
You've got so many hit points. You're going to charge in, right?
Tank.
Can you imagine?
I'm a tank now.
Well, obviously, this is pretty scary, but
Is it?
I'm a bit too far away, so I've got to sort of stumble forward a bit, try to get a bit closer. So I'll move 25 feet closer.
A whole 25 feet.
I've already got
You're only 95 feet away now, so be careful. With these Kazels might start
I don't even think I'm on
swiping
them.
at
I'm
you.
going
We're still not on the map yet.
Just 25 feet closer.
95 feet away, okay.
And I will...
Does your crossbow reach?
No.
Aww.
But I will bonus action go into my little stash of sweets, pick up 3, and cast magic stone on them, and they sort of levitate in my
Awesome.
spiral.
Cool, anything else?
That's my go. And I'm not going to eat a jelly bean.
So,
Oh god.
I'm gonna yell out really lamely, we have to help them, and cast bless on Ora Ahmaya and Sentinel.
Amazing, and just let them know what that does.
So, whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw until spell ends, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Love you.
Is it a minute?
Yeah.
Cool, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, the Kazels go. So these ones, I won't move them too much because I've sort of placed them down. The one on the deck is going to sort of go forward for an attack. So it's going to roll and try and bite these.
Oh, can I also like run
Oh, yeah, sure.
forwards? How far? Let me just check. 30.
Just slightly in front of me.
Did you guys want Lloyd to come with you?
No.
Yeah. He's not allowed on our boat.
He can, if he
wants.
wimpy, then he can
He looks
like
wimpy, yeah.
make his own choices.
He's hiding behind Clayton, like.
He's got to find his courage.
Find some balls.
Protect the cleric. Yeah, but the other cleric.
I can do this. Okay.
So shit.
The shit.
Right.
The sheriff.
They're going to make an attack. Okay, they miss. So you see, as you're running down the dune, this first Kazel leaps and just goes to bite, and one of the cowering people just puts up an arm and bats it away. Right, Ora, you're up.
I'm going to run forward 30 feet. Mm-hmm. And as I reach for the sword, there's sort of this black, smoky fire sort of pulls from the shadows, and it's going to sort of coalesce around its hand and shoot out in a bolt towards the one that's just made an attack against them. And as it streaks through the air, you see sort of flashes of reds, orange, green, blue, purple, like little lightning bolts inside it.
Awesome.
And I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Whoa!
Roll to hit. As he casts this, and as he
+4, yeah. Wait, he doesn't.
Oh, what decent.
you can have the default. Yeah.
I did. It didn't help. That is a 9.
That misses. Roll wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
No.
Even with your +4?
Yeah, he's saving throws.
Saving throws as well.
Oh no. It's not going to matter.
No, we may as well.
8.
Okay. As you cast, the screeching of this kind of chaos bolt rises slightly, almost like a whine. The colours flash, and it flies forward and spirals. And in that moment that you've cast, your mind is just filled with hundreds of whispers. And it just distracts you the moment you cast that spell, and you're stunned the rest of this round. Okay?
It was really nice playing with you.
Good.
Rip Aura.
Moxie, you're up.
Shame because it does some really fun stuff. If it is.
It does. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I guess I'll start off by running up a little bit closer, like my full 30, and then I'm gonna shoot off That's only 60 feet. That's not even close enough yet. Let's just go with just a chill touch.
Nice.
start
Roll to hit.
with, yeah.
Which one are you attacking? The one on the deck?
The one on the deck, yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. 12 plus 6, 18.
That hits.
So 1d8 of necrotic. That's an 8. That's 8 necrotic.
Spicy.
Okay, this one, it just freezes, almost like it's immediately, like rigor mortis has overtaken it. You see a few flashes of ice crystals and it just collapses to the floor and it's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, babe.
Very nice. Anything else?
I've moved. Don't know. Yeah, that's everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Ahmaya.
So Amaya's just going to run 30 feet and that's everything she can do right now.
You can double dash.
Dash.
You use your action to dash.
I'm going to run 60 feet and then that's all I can really do.
You're almost on, so you're now 60 feet away.
So, would I still have the longbow?
Yeah, you should.
leave it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't got it written down because I'm an idiot. What would that be?
So it'll be.
Plus
What's
5.
your dex?
You're proficient in it, so
Yeah. So +1, and then add your dex. Sorry, add your proficiency. So it will be
+3.
+3 to hit.
So +3 to hit.
+3 to hit.
D4.
It's not long. It's not a long range or anything, is it?
you are.
Longbow.
It's 60, 120, right?
What?
The range on a longbow is 60, 120, I think.
No,
So she's
I think
60.
it's 300, 600.
Yeah, I thought it's
Long range
proper
is
long.
long range is definitely
Yeah,
600.
that's fine then.
1d8, I'm pretty sure. for a longbow.
1d8 plus.
You get your proficiency on damage, don't you?
Yeah.
We talked about it last week. So add 2, and then
That's
add,
only with dueling weapons, right?
yeah, it's
Oh
so-
no, so just +1.
+1. 1d8 +1. Okay.
So you're not gonna run, yeah. So you're only going 30 feet, so you're still not on the map.
No, I'm here. So I'm gonna. Is this one technically closest?
That one on your left, a little bit close central.
That one.
Yeah, they're about the same. So you
Okay.
can
I'm
be
gonna
able to
aim
reach
for
any of
this
them.
one because it's closer,
go for it.
and I'm gonna because I can add a d4. Can't
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna hit.
rolls.
That's a 3. So I'm just gonna.
With the D4.
D4.
Yep.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
So you start running down this dune. The sand is like it's heavy. You've been walking all day. You pull out the bow, stretch back. Dust flies from this old thing, and the arrow. Maybe it was a dodgy arrow, but it goes wide.
Yeah,
Flame
it was
arrow.
a dodgy arrow. It was definitely a dodgy arrow.
Sentinel, you're up.
I'm gonna come forward 30 feet. Just the 30 for me. And I'm gonna bonus action hex on whichever one is closer, like just any of them. Oh wait, no, whichever one looks closer to the gang, to the snuggly boys.
Go for the badger.
Whichever
Yeah,
looks
this
like
one?
the next threat to the
This one
snuggly
looks
boys.
like it's sort of going up onto the top.
Okay, so he's hexed, and he's gonna get an Eldritch Blast to the bum.
Do it.
That's cocked. That's also cocked. This is disaster. No, that's not gonna.
The power cards put us off, guys.
So is it it's a spell attack hex?
Oh
Or
no,
you just
spell
go-
attack. Hex just happened.
Oh, and then you cast out Eldritch Blast. Okay, no worries. The wind is whipping up into your eyes, all of you, as you're running down this dune. You've been travelling all day. This is a tough old thing to do.
It's a blue
and the
breeze
sand,
flying.
the orange energy glistens wide again. It's still a far distance away, so okay. The captain is up. He's going to double dash 60 feet in that direction. Okay.
Oh, away.
No, towards the boat. Okay, Freya, you're up.
Oh my god.
We all suck.
Yeah.
You're just wading.
So I'm gonna run another 30.
Is that 60 now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
I think
still
it's
60
fine.
feet away.
No,
No,
I'm still
I'm not
in
there.
line
Not
with
there.
everyone else.
Yeah.
We're moving as a pack.
But I'm 60
We're all
right
just
now, right? Okay, so I'm gonna fire off a Sacred Flame
Cool.
at this guy. He's close, I guess.
The hexed one or the other one next to the rock?
Can I hit the hex one? Yes, him. So you have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw. 14 DC.
That's a 6.
Sweet. That would be really good right now. So if we had something like Fireball.
8.
pretty innocent.
Dealt with.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, you could hit it.
far away now.
It's a 1!
Oh no.
It's just a tiny little...
Yeah, like a little spark. So you'd be like, sacred flower.
Okay, so he's taken 1 damage.
Saying that, if you did that to Will, he'd break his arm.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
not
true.
anymore.
This lightning strikes. It sort of flinches. You got it though. Okay, good job. Eugene.
You're a prick.
I hit it. You guys on this.
I'm still too far away, so I'll move 25 feet, but then that puts me 70 feet away, not 60, so I still can't do anything. And Eugene's not brave enough to double dash, so actually, I'm just gonna use bonus action dash, but I'm just gonna move in line with everyone else.
Action dash, not bonus action, right? You're not a...
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
cool.
fine.
Yeah, so you're going to stay within line with...
yeah, maybe like a few 5 foot forward, so then next move I'll be the same with everyone.
Okay, that's fine.
And for my bonus action, I'm just going to stare at Ora, being like, where the hell did that come from?
Ora's just going to stand there.
I don't
pale,
say anything. I
and
just
just
sort of
like look at
you.
Eugene, just like what the. Fuck
Yeah,
is that?
he looks like he's seen a ghost. He's like paled. Okay.
Before they go, I forgot that I need to impose disadvantage on one of this.
Oh yeah, which one would you like to pick?
I would like to do Dex or Strength. It's going to be acrobatics to jump on the boat, right? Yeah, let's put it on Dex.
Okay,
Make
Dex.
it harder for them to get on the...
Wait, hold on. We're going to have to jump on a boat. Is anyone getting flashbacks to the very first D&D game?
I wasn't there.
Boat gate. Okay.
I was 2 hours late and they
At
hadn't on
least
the
we got
boat.
at least we got a crossbow and some rope.
That Kazel, the hex one, is gonna clamber up. I'll roll. Yeah, I'll roll that check for you. Disadvantage, yeah.
Yes.
That is a 10, so it still makes it up. Claws digging in, jumps onto the boat. It's not too difficult to get on. It's quite a shallow boat.
We've got to make improvements to our boat.
Okay,
I'm just
Ora,
taking notes.
you are no longer stunned.
Okay.
The whispers subside, and you feel a sort of faint sparking pain in that old scar, and it takes you a moment, but it's just a memory of pain. It's not actually hurting. You're okay, and you're back to your senses.
I'll go forward another 30 feet, and this time draw a sword. And as the sword's drawn, counterspell again. Same's going to happen.
Roll to hit.
Please be better.
I mean, it is better.
15.
Which one are you? Which one are you aiming at?
Whichever one's closest to those guys. It's range
I think it's this one, isn't it?
That one's now on the boat. That one's now on the boat. So
Okay,
yeah.
I'll take the one on the boat then.
Okay.
That's a 15.
15 hits.
Okay, so it's 2d8 plus 1d6.
Whoa!
What?
And if I get to use one of the d8s to pick the type of damage. If they're both the same, it jumps to another creature.
You can choose them after you've rolled as well. Choose the d8 after you've rolled, so you can pick.
So that's an 8 and a 3 and a 6 on the d6. So let's go with. I'll take the 3 and go fire damage. So that's 17 points of fire damage.
Very nice. So as he casts this, there's this coalescing of black smoke in his palm, and then as this bolt fires across, it's almost like lights trapped in black smoke. As this thing screeches and twists, different colours flashing inside the smoke, and it hits in an echo of bright flame. That thing just gets knocked straight off the back, incinerated.
Nicely done.
And that hex is over on that one, by the way. I don't know if that has an effect.
I can move it as a bonus action once it's dead, so I'll deal with that on my turn.
Awesome. So you've moved normal feet.
I'm 60 feet away now.
Cool. Moxie.
Cool. So there's not really any nearby the people on the boat. There's no Kazels on the boat. Or,
Not anymore.
But there's the badger. There is the badger.
Let's go for the
We'll take the badger. It seems less threatening. I know it's not a badger, but it is.
I'll go for the one whichever's closest to us, and yeah, I'll move my 30 feet, and whichever one's closest to us.
How many feet is that total now
So
for
that'll
you?
be 60.
60.
Which
Okay.
is, this is the second round of combat.
Yes.
So yeah, that was 60 feet, yeah.
I like the idea that we're all just like.
I think he's just having a nice walk.
Yeah.
Cool. Not to be outdone by Steve's chaos. I'm going to do chromatic orb.
Yes,
So
bitch.
get the diamond out, start spinning, flashes colours, and
No.
I'm outdone. That's a nat 2 for an 8. It's a hit.
Yeah. This to contrast with that chaotic screeching of that bolt. There's a clear ringing like diamond, and bing, it just goes wide, comes back. Okay. Is that your go?
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah.
Amaya.
So Amaya looks at Ora and is like, what? And then looks at her bow and like shakes it as if she's trying to like get it to work properly. And then she's gonna try and hit this guy again with it.
Cool.
Are we still blessed?
I mean, it's a long time, right?
Yes.
10 rounds. Maybe.
Natural 20!
Very nice.
Things are turning out.
Just hit.
Okay.
So is that so? Is it automatically an 8 and then
Yes.
I roll a d8
Yes. Plus your
plus
Plus one.
plus 1? Because it's not my fancy store. That's an 8. So that's a 17 damage.
Okay.
What you gotta do, bitch?
So this dusty old bow, suddenly you get a feel for it. You shake it off, and as you're like, why isn't this thing working? The dust finally sort of comes off of it. You knock an arrow. It hits it straight in the head, goes through one eye socket, out the other, and just hits it against the wall. And this thing is dead.
Fuck yeah.
That's number 4. Gone.
It's badgered.
Okay. And you're moving 30 feet down as well, or are you
Yeah, I guess I
staying
probably
put? Okay, so you're now all in line, I think. Sentinel. Did you double dash at one point?
No.
Nope. So
I'm catching up. Wait for me, gang. Wait for me. So bonus action, I'll move my hex onto the badger.
cool. Did I take it off?
Yeah.
There you go.
Keeping with the, I don't think I get to change it. It's so funny. And I'm gonna yeet another Eldritch Blast at it.
Do it.
10 plus 4 plus 5, so 19.
Hits.
And that's where are my dice? Where are my dice? That's 1 6, and that's where are my spinny boys? Where are my actual spinny boys? So that is 5 bludgeoning damage and 5 necrotic.
Very nice. 10 total. On Badger Boy.
Badger.
Why is there a badger mini?
Didn't have enough.
Yeah, but why
No, but
specifically?
specifically.
Bye tricks.
Okay, very nice. And then you run another 30 feet.
We've got to get ourselves
Cool.
an outfit.
So you're all 60 feet. It is as skills go. He is going to run 30 feet. So he's on the edge of the board. Here you go.
Because he double dashed.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's at.
He's going to run 30
What
feet.
side do you want him? I know it doesn't matter.
Actually, no, he's not. He's just going to He's just going to go. So he's going to run another 30 feet.
Stop.
Which way? That way?
Yeah, just towards the boat. Actually, he's probably going to go about there. That's fine.
Cool.
That's his go. Okay, top of the round. This one's dead, yeah?
Yeah.
That one's knocked off the back.
That was also
This is
dead.
also dead.
That one's also dead.
There's only 2 left.
From behind the ship.
Of course.
Another one there. This one comes around the outside of the rock.
No, it doesn't.
And
You didn't have
the small badger is going to run 30 feet. He's probably going to go for a skill, actually. And these ones are going to run up. This one's going to run up the slope 30 feet towards you guys. So just at the edge of the board, as far as it can go. Okay. I don't think that... Actually, yeah, it's going to attack a skill.
No.
That's a 16 to hit,
No.
which is
Not a hit, honestly.
a hit, and okay, oof, that's 5 piercing damage for Eskiel,
Buddy.
and he needs to make
Have a gin.
a con save.
You alcoholic bitch.
He succeeds the con save. Okay. So you see this thing in combat with a skill now. Freya, you're up.
I am gonna. Am I on the edge of the board?
60 feet would put you 30 feet from the edge of the board. So if you've travelled 60 feet, then you're still 30 feet off the board.
So we're still on the edge of the board.
Yeah. Another 30 feet will put you on the board.
I will double dash towards the skill.
Okay. Yeah. You can be with him. He ran from the same place as you.
So you're going to a scale.
Cool.
Can I get for? Is that?
You can go with him into combat if you want.
Can I go on the other side of the badger?
Sure. Ooh. Yeah. Go on then. It's been quite a long way. I'll give you the leeway.
That's it.
Cool.
I don't think I
You're
can
in
do
combat
Any
now.
bonus actions?
Yes.
You can do a bonus action.
I know, but I don't know if I want to do it.
Okay.
Wait. Let me just look at it really quick.
No worries. You're on the same go, Eugene. So
I've moved 60 foot in total. So does that put me on the edge?
puts you 30 feet off the edge.
Okay, so I'm going to move 25.
Okay.
And then...
So you're almost on the board.
And then... Yeah, so I can hit that one. So I'm going to cast Magic Stones, one of the sweets flins off. And yeah, so that's a...
It's a bonus action, is it, to cast?
No, a bonus action to actually sort of generate them.
Right,
and
cool.
it's just an action to use
Awesome.
them. Yeah, that should be fine. A 22 to hit.
That hits. These Kazels, these are bigger and healthier looking, but they're still lizards with their the sort of fins around their necks.
And then that's 6 points of damage.
Awesome. The one around the other side of the rock.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Freya?
Can I move slightly further back from not getting in combat with that?
Well,
Is it too late?
because you would have run past it, you would have gone into its combat area, so
run past it.
you can move out, but it might try and attack
I'll
you.
do that.
Okay.
Because then he gets advantage anyway.
Cool. Okay. It's the Kazels go. This one at the rock is going to run up towards, as far as it can, towards whoever's closest. I think that Sentinel moved further than... No, not you. Who moved first on the slope? Is it Eugene?
Yeah,
You're
it's
the
Eugene
furthest.
and Freya, but Eugene's...
Freya's in combat. So he's going to run... It can run 30 feet from its point towards Eugene.
But also Eugene is slightly further behind with his weedy legs.
Oh, what little leg?
But he's seen him and he knows his prey.
Who's at the front? Who's at the front then?
He's so
I
sad.
suppose I would
It's
technically
still
be,
him
yeah,
because-
I'm 25 feet
Yeah.
in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, because he moved
10
first,
feet in
basically.
front of everyone, because you're 15 feet.
No, 20. I moved
He
25.
did a double dash at one point.
I did a double dash, but I did a double dash to be 5 foot in front
This
of
one's
everyone.
going to attack. A steal again, it misses.
Right, got it.
The one at the back is going to climb up the back of the ship, and I've just realised that they don't need to make checks because they have a lizard trait, which means they can walk up surfaces.
Well,
So
I
it
don't
runs
give a
up the
shit.
side. That's my bad. I should have told you that. It runs up the side of the ship, and it's going to attack them.
No.
Oh my god! Misses. Okay.
They get
Don't
to
sound
go.
so
Do they get to do any? Do the sad boys get
I
to
haven't
go?
put them in combat. These guys are frightened, so they're just cowering towards the side of the ship. That is all. I don't think that one... Oh no, I didn't move that one, did I? It's going to run up towards whoever's on the far left, so that's Sentinel and Ora. You guys were 30 feet off the board, so I don't think you can make it. It's going to be about 10 feet away from you.
What's the badger doing then?
The badger is in combat. It tried to attack a seal and missed. Okay. Ora, you're up.
I'm gonna run forward 30 feet to engage the one that's running at me in
Yeah, it's
Sentinel.
bounding up towards you. This big, it's like a big wolf-sized
I'm gonna
lizard.
run towards it, and I'm gonna glance in the direction of the one that's running towards Eugene, which is also 30 feet away, and bring a hand round and cast mold earth and scoop out 5 foot cube of earth underneath his feet.
Okay,
Because
so if I could
because
keep...
it's loose earth.
Yeah, sure.
And try and make it fall in this 5 foot pit.
Do it. What is there? Are there any checks associated with that?
No,
It just works. I'm
I'm
gonna
going
make
to
this-
move a portion of dirt or stone.
Okay.
that I can see from range.
Okay. I'm gonna make it roll a dex save. Okay, it rolled a 19. So what I'll say is, because the sand quickly cascades down in, you scoop the earth out and it goes flies out. It shocks it for a moment, and its back legs fall in and bury its back legs. So I'll give it. It has to effectively, like, it's now prone. We'll call it it's prone. It's going to have to use half its movement to get up next turn and pull itself out of the sand. Very nice. So you're in combat now with the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have your action, or was that?
That was my action.
Very nice. So you're in combat.
Just have a look in case there's a bonus.
No luck?
No.
No worries. Okay. Moxie,
Cool.
30 feet away from the edge of the board.
Yep. Yeah, let's get...
I thought you were going to stay there.
Yeah, I'm tempted because I can hit everything from here.
But are they coming?
Yeah, they're coming. Yeah, sorry. Now, well, if I can hit everything from here, let's stay where I am. And then I'm gonna fire off. I'm annoyed that I missed, so I'm gonna fire off a magic missile at the one that's attacking the people on the boat.
Nice.
All three darts.
Very nice.
Yeah, that.
Damage, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 damage.
Nice. Okay. Oof. All three darts, thump, 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 straight into this side, and it's like just got on the deck and attacked them once, and it's like it's dazed. As much as a thing with 4 legs can look like it's going to fall over, that's what it looks like. Okay, Ahmaya.
I'm just going to try my longbow again because I'm quite happy with it now.
Okay, this one, there's 10 feet away from you. Ora's in combat with a Kazel 10 feet to your left.
And there's one.
I'm going to go for this one because it's running at us, isn't it?
It's running at Eugene.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go for that one because it's running at Eugene.
Would it be advantage because it's restrained in the sand?
I did say it's prone, which would give you disadvantage, but I'm not. We'll just for this. It's not actually prone, so you just get a straight roll. Yeah.
That's going to be a 7 to hit.
No,
Well, no, you can add your.
you bless.
Oh, she has, but add the +3, so it'd be 10.
10.
Misses. So it falls in, back legs go into the sand, and just as it falls in, you're aiming its head, you loose an arrow, and it just skims the top of its head and misses.
I'm going to look really fucking pissed off and stamp my foot.
Are you moving?
No.
Okay, you're staying put. Very nice. Sure?
Yes.
Sentinel.
I'm gonna run up and flank with Ora. And be like, give me a second. And I'm gonna get my Eldritch Blast, and I'm gonna go the one that's got my hex on it, because that would otherwise be a waste of my hex, and I can't move it until it's dead.
No worries.
So, hang on, I'll be with you in a second. That's a 16 plus 4 plus 5.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Level 2.
And that's 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, this one's looking beat up now. There's a few scrapes and scratches from the hits it's taken. There's blood coming from his maw. Anything else?
Can I do any bonus actions? How far, Moxie? How far are you from the?
30 feet off the edge.
30 off the edge. Yeah.
So how far away is that guy? No, the one that's on its way to Eugene.
So that
Actually, how far is Moxie from the one that's coming?
45 feet from Eugene and Moxie. In fact, it's closer to Eugene, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've moved. Yeah.
No. Fuck it. Bonus action before I left, so I would have still been in range.
Where are you going to say you were going to be?
Oh no! So this is just before I left them. It's a protect spell on one of the gang.
I don't know. You did move already. What's the range on it?
30 feet.
Yeah, I'm all right this time, but from now on, mate, let's do it ordered. So I'll let you. So before you ran into combat, you cast
Sanctuary on Eugene.
Okay, what does that do?
So until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, it must choose a new target or lose the attack.
Okay, very nice. I'll just give you that for now, Eugene, so I remember. Yeah, that's fine for now. I'll start clamping down now, but you guys have just leveled up and there are new spells and stuff. Okay. Anything else?
It's not concentration.
Cool. Captain Skeel is going to swing at the badger. That's a 15.
Oh, that'll never get old.
No.
It's just a little badger.
No, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it on Moxie.
Okay.
Because it'll end if you make an attack on an enemy or deal damage to another creature.
So I'm doing something different. So.
I should have. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, he pulls out his long sword and in one clean sweep slices I almost said badger, the Kazels in front of him, and it rolls onto its side dead.
Oh, I was going to do a cool thing.
I'm so sorry. Okay, top of the round. Freya.
Alright. I guess I see it roll over dead in front of me. And then at the corner of my eye I see the other one attacking the fellas on the boat. So I'm gonna run towards that. Can I flank it? Are they attacking?
It's on the boat, so they're it's about 6 feet up.
I would like to try and get up on the boat.
Okay. Roll either an athletics or acrobatics check.
This is gonna be great.
Have faith.
It's an 8.
Oof. Okay, how much movement have you got left total? So you've
I get
used
30.
Okay, yeah, so
Like
it uses all of your movement to get up onto the back of the boat, but I think you're right next to them anyway, so that's fine.
Okay. And then
Or the remainder of your movement.
how does it look?
The Kazels looks fine.
Okay, then I will.
No, I hit that one for magic missiles.
Didn't you kill? Oh yeah, no, you did. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you said it looked like it should have fallen over. Even though
Yes, that's right. Yeah, no, it's looking a little bit wobbly.
A little bit wobbly.
A little bit wobbly.
Bit drunk.
That might be overkill then. Then I'll just do another sacred flame on it. So flash of lightning. Oh wait,
That's an 18.
that's the wrong one. Anyway.
So it sees you clambering up, and it jumps out of the way, and it just so happens at that moment, lightning strikes, and it leaps out of the way.
Okay.
But you're in combat with it now.
Cool.
Okay, Eugene.
Cool. So I can clearly see that the creature's going to be charging at me. So I'm going to take a few steps back, but away from those two. I say I'm going to move 15 foot.
Okay, let's just start backtracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go into my pouch, get this sort of black-looking sort of... I guess it looks kind of like it's chewing gum, but to you guys it might look like fudge or toffee, and I put it in my mouth and sort of chew it quickly, and then start blowing a bubble, and this black spear comes out and just slowly sort of glides over and pops there, and then cast grease.
Oh, nice.
Sick. That's really cool.
Over the sand, this pop, and there's just grease.
That sanctuary stay in.
How wide is the area that?
10 foot.
Nice. So directly in front of it.
Yeah, directly sort of there-ish, yeah. And so that
okay.
becomes difficult terrain, and if it goes in or finishes its movement there, it has to take a deck save or be not
Awesome.
through.
Okay.
So-
Cool.
Yeah, and that's my go.
I don't have anything.
Those with the lizard thing though.
Good question.
Oh, it's only
I
if
didn't
you're
think of
warded. It's only if the warded creature
No, it's
casts
not
a spell
not
that affects
difficult
an enemy
terrain.
or
It's
deals
spider
damage to
climbing,
another
so
creature.
Okay.
So I guess if it runs through it and is affected, then it might drop. But that, by that point, you should be alright.
And while you're over there, could you grab me a pen for a dry wipe from the box, and we'll draw some tar on the sand.
Sorry, did you say
Awesome.
pen?
Yeah. Okay, it's the Kazels go.
That's my line.
Shit, sorry. Okay, yeah, cool. It's a 10-foot square directly in front of it. So actually, in this turn, this Kazel uses half its movement to pull its back.
Kind of in front, so more in my direction, because I assume it's
Like
going to go
that?
for me. Yeah, kind of.
It's 10-foot square, so you need 4 of them. Yeah.
Great.
Cool. So this thing uses half its movement to pull itself out the hole that was dug, and it just bounds forward, but it needs to make a wisdom save, right, to stop it to attack Eugene.
Yeah, once it's in combat with me, right, I assume.
Isn't it?
Oh, so this is the wording.
Mm-hmm.
You ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends, which is a minute, and it's not concentration. I've already got concentration and hex. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or half
Okay.
a spell must make a wisdom saving throw.
So not yet. it's going to run towards Eugene through the tar.
Now the question there is, if the warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature, this spell ends. Does that count?
This is not doing damage, and it was at the floor in front of it, so I'm going to call it. Okay, it rolled a 12 to get through.
Fails.
So it fails, and does it get stuck or use half its movement?
It's difficult terrain,
so it's already using half its movement. It's not prone in the middle of the tar. Yeah, and it's already it can't get back up, so it is not prone for this turn. Okay, Ora, you're up. Oh no, I have more Kazels.
I was gonna say.
Right,
You only got two more cases.
it's going to attack. Ora. That is a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Fucking hell, guys.
16 and I haven't got the shield.
It lashes out. This lizard's maw grabs around your arm, but the armor just doesn't get through. Okay, one more Kazel on board. It's gonna attack Freya. You just cast lightning at it. It doesn't like that noise.
Attack me,
is-
please.
A 10.
Are you gonna do?
No, that doesn't hit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You were so
Okay.
excited.
Hit me.
That's all. That's
My
all.
armor is 12.
That's
Freya's
the
there like,
Kazel.
just hit me. Hit me.
Ora, you're up.
With the longsword two-handed swing at the one in front of me.
With advantage, right?
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, that's not great.
That should be alright.
16.
Hits.
Nice.
That is 9 points.
Very nice.
Of skip stab damage.
A big wound open up on its side. It didn't like that. Screeches. Okay.
Oh, you didn't like that. You didn't like that.
Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, Moxie.
Cool. So that one's prone. Yeah, I don't want to shoot the one prone. I'm going to go for the one that's going for my sister and Ora. So we're going to go for just a chill touch. That's a 20.
Yeah.
That's 8 already off the bat, and
Yeah.
then whatever I roll now.
Which one are you targeting? The one.
Just in,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not
8
easy,
plus 3, so 11 damage.
Yeah, same as the one on board. Frost coats its side, glistening in the sun before it melts away, and this thing just slumps to the floor, dead. Awesome. Anything else?
Back up with next to Eugene.
Cool.
It's just a little bit further away.
Amaya.
How far away is this?
Back up, boys.
Yeah.
Back up,
From you,
Yeah.
probably about. It's probably around 10 feet now.
Am I able to walk up to it as I change to my longsword?
If you get in combat with it, you'll be in the grease.
But
You'll be fine.
I want to stand on the edge of the grease and
It's like in the middle of it, so there's 5 foot of grease around it.
How
so
long's
to
my
get,
sword?
you don't have any reach with the sword. You have to be within in combat.
You'll be fine. You need to roll 14.
Okay, I'm going to stick with the longbow.
Okay, so you're gonna stay at the edge of the
It'll be,
grease.
But that'll be
that will be disadvantage.
It's prone, so
And if
yeah.
you get to it, it'll be advantage.
I'm not going to move then. I'm just going to move back.
It's a disadvantage
No,
because it's prone.
Oh, because it's prone.
Yeah, but you get advantage if you get to it.
Melee attacks are advantage.
Go in.
Okay, I'm going to go in like...
If you fall down, then you just use the rest of your movement, half your movement to stand back up.
Okay, I'm going to go stand in the grease.
Yeah. So you use 10 foot of movement.
Yeah.
Roll a dexterity saving throw. Is it a dexterity save? Yeah.
Or 14.
Scoop up some of the grease so you can use it in your cooking.
You've got bless.
Oh yeah, you've got blast.
Where is my dexterity? It's plus
Is it
1.
attacks and
What-
saves or
what-
attacks and ability checks?
What's your saving?
That's and saves.
Oh no, not dexterity. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
So
you're
that's
fine.
like a 20, but not natural.
Yeah, your feet sink in through. You sort of bury them through into the sand, so through the grease and into the sand.
Grease smells quite nice, you know.
Little slow
Oh, okay.
movement. Yeah,
And then
it's
I...
scrabbling around. There's like
Okay.
there's like sand and grease just attached to its side. It's just rolling around.
It's just going to be Home Alone soon, isn't it?
I'm going to take my... So I'm going to switch to my longsword, if that's okay. And with 2 hands, I'm going to go like this and try and slice its head off.
So she draws this glistening blade, raises it over the head, and roll it with advantage because it's prone.
Still with your
I'm gonna
plus
do that.
with your +4.
Sorry, I actually don't have enough to try this out.
You can use... Oh, you've got it. That's fine.
Where are you?
This Kazel is labelled grease.
A greasy boy.
Grease boy.
Oh yeah, that's like a 16 plus 6.
Hits.
Yeah. So that is 1d6 plus 6 plus 2 because I'm using two-handed. So that's plus 8. So that would be 6 plus 8. Is that 14?
14, okay.
Yeah.
So
Decapitate him.
the sword sings as you draw it overhead and just down straight across its side, and a huge cut. It is hurt. And it's writhing around, screeching, and just almost like it's trying to get away now. It just can't move in this grease.
I'm just going to stand over it like...
Okay. Sentinel.
I want to come 30 feet that way.
Okay.
There?
Yeah.
Okay, so just above the deck, you can see Freya in combat with these two. You can see the backs of
these two?
Sorry, with the one Kazels. You can see the backs of the two sailors in their wraps. They're like pressing up against the rail.
Moving my hacks as a bonus action onto this guy. And then I'm gonna fire an Eldritch Blast at him. 14 plus 2 plus other numbers.
Yeah, hits.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit. I don't think you'll need the extra. I can't do math if I don't use the right dice. There we go. 6 and a 3, so 9.
If you killed it,
9
I'm
points
gonna be
of,
so mad.
9 points of Eldritch damage up the
Very
butt.
nice, very nice. No, you hear it shriek.
I tear its butthole.
Tear a new hole. You hear the shriek from the impact, but you're not sure if it's dead.
Damn. Well, that's what I can do.
It's kind of... I didn't give it any partial cover because it's quite a shallow ship, but it's writhing around, it's still moving on board, and you can see it moving around. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it. I used all my actions and bonus actions and everything.
Very nice. The captain's going to go up to the ladder, which is there's a sort of middle of the ship here. Starts making his way up. With his movement, he can probably get to the mast. We'll say up on board. Okay. Freya. Freya.
And you
For a rock or something.
Both of you guys. Yeah, I need to stack you.
It's just because I've done 1 damage, but I've been to like 2 of the creatures. I would be so mad if I got there. And then you kill it, right?
Hey, I got there and I was ready to stab it, and it was like, nope, you can't stab.
So bloodthirsty.
I'm gonna try and whack it with my mace.
Yeah.
Can I get to
Kill
a
it.
point where I'm like flanking?
These guys aren't in combat with it, so they're cowering. So
They're like hiding behind you now.
That's a 20, not natural.
Hits.
3?
Is it dead now?
You finally get on. The cast from the Sacred Flame misses, and there's this immediate rage that builds. You grab the mace and just uppercut straight into the skull of the thing, and it just, not even with a sound, it's dead.
Yay!
Well done.
Hey, murder!
And the two cowering sand sailors sort of look at the body and then look up at you like
My covenant is blood.
a little bit of spray. Okay, Eugene.
Is it like a holy light in the background, you know?
Yeah, they can't quite see you. The sun is silhouetting you. Okay, Eugene.
I'm going to keep moving back a bit.
Another 10 feet.
Another, let's say, 20 foot.
Okay, so you're now 30 feet away from the
Yeah,
cave.
and I know it'll be a disadvantage, but I'm going to fire off one of my sweets at the creature.
Okay.
You are no longer warded.
Cool. 14
Hits.
Oh, got lucky. And then 10 points of sweet damage.
Okay. So you back up, the sweets still, or whatever they are, whirling around your
the
hand. The sweets still whirling around your hand. One, you point your hand, you feel the burst of a spell that was cast on you just fail and disperse, and with that, this gemstone flies across the tops of the sand and hits this thing square in the forehead, and its writhing stops in the grease and is motionless.
Fly turns and goes.
I'm shaking it.
And you guys can't see any more Kazels.
But are we still in initiative?
You're no longer in initiative.
I'm gonna take out like a little rag and like wipe my sword clean.
Nice.
Ora, panicking, is going to start pulling the chainmail off.
Okay, I need you to roll wisdom saving throw, please.
Thanks so much.
Still with the D4?
Yes, it's still a minute.
So 3 and a 1 on the bless. So 7.
Okay. So you feel the same coldness when you first cast a spell wash over you again. And this time it fully envelops you. You smell something like a chemical. You smell like ozone and tar, and the whispers fill your mind again, and you pass out.
I'm going to yell for Freya and I'm going to run over.
Yeah, I'm pretty close.
Freya!
Okay.
I'm going to be like, run over and I'm going to be like...
I assume I'm the 0.
No, you're just unconscious.
Can I wouldn't know that, so can I just check to see if he's still breathing?
You guys can do one action each. So you're going to do a medicine check on Ora.
I'm going to shout out to the guys in front of me. Are you guys okay? Did they get hit at all?
You didn't. They look beaten up. There's a little bit of blood on one of them. One they've got these. They're covered in these white and beige wraps that are sort of belted to them, and one of them with a strip of sort of olive skin looks up at you. It's yellow eyes. We okay? Thank you.
Okay, stay right there. And I jump off the boat.
Okay, and you run. I'll let you run another 30 feet up the slope.
I want to try and wake him up with like a cheeky like.
Okay.
I only rolled an 8, so might not know.
He seems like he's sleeping. You're not sure.
Can I tell if he's breathing?
He's breathing.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to wake him up.
Okay, doesn't seem to react.
I've got distracted
Right.
by the grease because I've noticed it smells quite nice. So I've like.
What is it, Mike? Is it,
I don't know.
Is it minty? Is it like bubble gum? What did you say?
Yeah, let's say it's like a hubba bubba, a cola hubba bubba.
Spicy smell. I've never really smelled anything like it before.
I'm just basically fascinated by this.
Yeah,
I've not actually
orange.
noticed what's
Yeah.
happening just yet.
Bitter orange and spices. Anyway, Moxie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can I go over to Ora and can I do I mean, he was casting off some weird magic and stuff, which is new. Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure. Yeah, roll. What exactly would you like to... What are you curious about?
I don't know, he's not wearing his shirt anymore, is he?
I would say he started sort of taking off his chainmail almost like in a hot fever, and then so it's half off and then he collapsed.
I don't know if you would let me, but would you, because I've already done something, but if I was to point out the sort of weird scar wound thing that he's got...
That's on your lower chest, right?
Because you did show me.
Abdomen, so I think it's still covered.
But would I be able to point that out? Would you? I don't know, if you don't want me to...
As a part of the medicine check, I think you checked him over. I'd say you pulled it up and you can see it as part of your, like, in examining him, and maybe you
Just to
remember him showing him.
Moxie.
Remember him showing you before.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So roll an Arcana check based on that.
Ooh, that's nice. 19 on the dice, 25 Arcana.
Okay, very nice. So Eugene, firstly, it doesn't look any different to when you saw it last. Moxie, when you see it, it doesn't remind you of. So you've seen bodies before. It's almost like a wound that's been done to someone after they've died, but the body is fighting with something that remains. It's almost like it reminds you of back from reading about the human body. It's almost like an infection being fought off, but it's just struggling. It's this eternal battle against an infection, the body trying to win over. That is what comes to mind, but you've never seen anything quite like it. This sort of spiral of scar and black, almost like ink. Ora.
No.
You are.
Is dead.
You are just swimming in darkness with these whispers. 100 raging, wordless voices. Your awareness eventually coalesces, and you find yourself in a dark place near a vast river, and you see a small person clinging on.
What's up?
They cling to a rock in a raging, dark water. They have black, long hair. They struggle to hold on, choking in the pulling, blackish, tar-like water. On their forehead is a word written in red, faith. They hold out a hand, and into the raging current, you see and you feel the same cool rush as when you cast magic, and the ripping liquid stills around it. The rapids accreting into a bubble around them. The rest still raging, and you hear them take a breath. And then the whispers clear like mist, slowly revealing a distant voice as this image fades away. Even before the edge bloomed, there was temptation in the power of the unknown. I was young then, and balance a young man knows not. And in the darkness you see the last remnants of a humanoid shape on the floor collapsing into a sheet of dust. And you see flickers of time-forgotten clipped moments that fly by. You see them with an intimate recognition, but you just can't remember them beyond that moment. There's a man there, you know him. He wears a rough cotton shirt, his old skin weathered beyond years, but his body is stacked with muscle, his stubble white, his hair salt and pepper, and his eyes glitter like napped stone. And another moment he's furious. Get out! You can't be here! You'll ruin everything! And then you see another where you're watching him from afar at the tree line, and then another of a farmhouse, the sky blue, bruised with aurora, purple and black swirling together, and more flashes of moments, remembered fragments. One of them slows into focus. The man is angry again, his face filling your vision. The flecks move with granite in his eyes, almost like they're molten. Serenity cannot be bargained for. Balance is not for the weak. Between two opposing forces, we must will it into existence. It must be forged in fire and in faith. And more memories flitter past, like a rushing of birds, and then finally darkness. You feel pain from your chest in that familiar place. You see the man standing before you, covered in a spray of blood. Go, he says. There are so few left. Forge it, he says. Stone spreads from his eyes, across his skin, with the sound of a shuddering, grinding mountain. And in the darkness you swim for a time. And as you look back on your actions since you left Dustmere and helping Eugene, protecting people you don't know as best as you can, making mistakes, seeking answers in dark and terrifying places and defeating corruption, you feel a new harmony within you. A small thing, but it's there, like a resonance. And as you feel this, you ready yourself for the words, the most important words that you've ever heard. The few that you do remember burn you in your mind, and the rest lost to you, taken from you, like everything else. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
What else could happen?
Do a stab.
Is he still blessed?
I don't know bless on this.
He's still blessed?
Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Doesn't matter.
It's not going to make a difference.
Use different dice, man.
What did you roll? What did you roll total?
7. All I've rolled today on dice is like 2s and 3s.
You feel the silence encroaching in, and you push. You remember the things you've done. You feel this resonance in you ringing, and you hear, when the eternal flood looms, we stand defiant. When, and then the words are stolen again. But this time you hear the man's voice once again. Just one word. Balance. And that's it. And you wake up. Probably about 10 seconds have passed. So he wakes up to Sentinel just slapping him. Eugene's like pulled up his shirt, he's like pointing at his skull. And Moxie's just there like, I don't know, she's got her notes out like, I've seen something like this before.
I see that and I'm like, cover Moxie's eyes.
The sun is incredibly bright just from the pitch black that you were just swimming in. It's almost shocking to you. And yeah, the slap of
Have I run up there yet?
yeah, I'd say after you arrive as he's sort of opening his eyes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna run.
You join his run.
I was here the whole time.
See ya.
Everyone's there.
Apart from a scale who's on the boat.
Skeel's climbed up on the boat, yeah.
You okay? Yeah.
I look at the scar where Eugene's lifted the shirt. Does it look any different?
No, but roll a perception check.
Can I tell anything from it? So I'm missing.
Depends if he lets you or if he covers it up.
He's too stunned to at the moment, I think.
To be honest, I think Sentinel, once he's woken up, Sentinel's probably like, I'm going to get you decent again.
Is it with your perception?
Yes.
15.
Okay. Sorry, I've seemed to have lost a load of notes, which is not ideal. Okay. You check yourself over, your chainmail falling back into place and sort of covering up yourself, and you just touch yourself over, and as you look at your arms, you notice that your faded fifth band has gone, and on your other arm there is a faint band that isn't black. It's almost silvery under skin, almost scar-like, and only visible in certain light. You've lost one on the arm where they were. You've gained one on the other, and that is all.
I'm sorry, I thought it best to show them.
It's fine. He's just sort of gonna sit up,
I'm going to get you
look
some
over to the
water.
edge.
Does he have low hip bones?
He seems fine.
So you also had low hip bones, and I was like,
Does he?
Does he?
Has he got childbearing hips?
So low. You've never seen something.
Aura's got those sweet childbearing
Why are your
hips.
hips by your knee?
Yeah, I'm going to pass you some water and be like, we can take a rest, it's fine. Look after, rest up, dude.
He's just gonna sit up, sort of hands on the head, just look at the edge, just not again.
Has this happened before?
He's just sort of gonna close his eyes. I guess I should tell you everything I know.
It's a notebook out. With spellings as well.
Oh, I don't think.
Oh,
Just be the mic, yeah.
Aura's backstory.
Are the people on the boat okay?
If you glance down, you can see a skeel with them talking.
We'll deal with them in a bit. This is important.
Law. Backstory.
Before I came to Dustmere 5 years ago, I was in a place called Vorther. It's near the edge, with the Edge Watchers, one of their outposts. I had been there for about a year before that. Things come out of the Edge from time to time. Bits of creature, hardly recognisable. Sometimes just wreckage of rubble, wood. 6 years ago, a body came from the Edge, and by their standards, it was in one piece. The Edge Watchers took the body back to Vorther, and I don't know how, and he's going to look at Freya and Moxie. They found a way to speak with the body. They ask questions, I don't know what. I don't know the answers. But for whatever was said, they decided to get someone to force life back into their body. All I remember is pain and the light, like the air reinflating lungs for who knows how long, like lifting a 10-story building. I don't remember any of it. My name isn't Ora Ahmaya. That was the name the Edge Watchers bestowed upon me. I came from the Edge, and they brought me back hoping for answers that I don't have. There were things there as well. Old armor, battered, ruined. Pull off the shield. This shield, and then take the silver ring on the middle finger of his right hand and place it on top of the shield. There was this, and he'll hesitate for a moment before reaching to his neck and lift a chain with a grimy symbol on it and place it on the shield. There was also this. There was one other thing. He'll go to his bag and pull out this bundle wrapped in sort of dirty cloth and sort of clinks with like metal in there. And as he opens it, in 5 or 6 pieces, you see a shattered black greatsword. They couldn't get answers they wanted, and they left me into their small community. They taught me as a blacksmith, helped maintain their weapons. Everyone at the outpost has a job, has to be prepared to fight. The things that come from the Edge, they don't knock and wait at the door. They could be anywhere, anytime, always vigilant. In the end, I went on training missions into the desert. My friend, Embrin, and he sort of pauses for a moment. We were out in the desert about a year after they'd found me. Just a normal training mission, and something came from the Edge. A bloom, class 2, a parasite. It landed a few miles from where we were, near where there was another training mission. Captain Mortensen sent me and Embrin to go and assist while he went for reinforcements. We got to a place called World's End, a derelict, abandoned village, but nothing left there. We found 2 of the Edge Watchers dead. The third in a bar, cowering. He was only a greengrass, new to the Edge Watchers. We were just leaving, and there was a mark, a hole in his skull behind the ear. He had been infected by this. If you see the mark, massive trauma to the head or silver, we'll deal with that. I managed to destroy the parasite in him and somehow leave him still breathing. Me and Embrin were at the gates. He was going to leave. He gave me the compass. And that was when it happened. Something came from the Edge and hit me. And I remember darkness. a man in a field, his hands covered in blood like mine. He told me to go to bind it, and he's going to glance at the sword, bind it where he couldn't. And as he turned to stone, maybe it was magic, he threw me backwards through this darkness, and then I was back with Emrin, just like I was now. I couldn't stay in Vortha. I left. I went to Dustmere. My plan was earn some money, move on, always moving away from the edge. I found a job as a blacksmith there. I did some work. I was almost ready to leave when a man came in, Leonidas Bowen. He wanted a commission on a piece, and Tomvok, who owned the forge, he asked me to work on it. I did, and from time to time, his daughter, Aliciana, would come to check on progress. She was interested in tinkering and all the sorts. We shared a lot then, but then the commission was done, and we didn't see each other again until I was picking up supplies in the market maybe half a year later. And she didn't tell me until fairly recently that the next commission that they asked for was from her, and an excuse to return to the forge. We got engaged about a year and a half ago. Small little house, fixer-upper. Quite content with our life and waiting for a child. And then the nightmares came again. That same darkness, those same whispers and words. But this time there was more. There was someone turned to stone, and as I stood there, they crumbled to dust. Whatever was coming for the edge was reaching out again. She turned to dust before me, and I could do nothing. So I went to Leonidas. I told him everything. I asked him to find a way to get me into the hunt, to get me away to protect them without looking like the coward I am for running. And that's how I got here.
And as he finishes, a couple of things happen. Eskiel begins his walk up towards you, and just as Ora finishes telling his story, maybe it's just him that notices, but the edge seems to it's very far off on the horizon. To its west is the dry storm turning, and the edge just glistens very distantly. And Eskiel arrives.
Quick question, do we know that family name at all?
Which family name?
The Leodanis.
You probably would, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're Isildian nobles. They're one of the families that chooses to at least partially live in the city. And the man Leonidas that he spoke about is one of the nobles that lives in the Glitters, which is a really nice area for the nobles. Part of the areas are gated off in sometimes. It's just next to the block, which is the government building.
Why do we live in the Grand? Do we also live in the Glitters?
You guys live in the Grand.
That's the one.
Yeah.
They all begin with J's.
And you would probably have heard that name. He doesn't get involved with government dealings. He's much more of a scholar. Their families are much more scholars than they are dealing in Isildian politics. But you know that through the accords of your own family and the agreements that your families have with the Isildian Empire, you know of some family names, and there's so few that actually choose to live in Dustmere that that family name is one of them.
Cool.
Can I ask Ora if I can just have a look at his broken sword? I
think it's still laying out in the...
Yeah.
Can I like look at it? And this is a super long shot. Mm-hmm. Do I recognise it? Is there any pattern that I recognise or anything like that? Probably absolutely not.
Roll a history check.
Ora's just going to be, sure, and he's going to look at the longsword. I was going to ask anyway.
I ignore that, and that's just a straight 15. I don't have anything.
So she ignores her sword.
No,
I make sure it's properly in its holster.
Yeah, so her sword is sheathed, and she ignores you and just looks down at the maybe very gently.
I was meaning that I was going to ask her about mine.
Oh, I see. Right.
Oh, right, okay. She doesn't understand that because she's not very bright anyway.
She takes a look. You take a look over the sword. It's at a glance, it's almost made of a cast iron. You know, like cast iron that's very dark and pitted in places. But it's even just nudging you can tell that it's lighter than that. There are no real symbols on it that you can see, and even if there were, the breaks have sort of really distorted the surface.
Is it anything like? Would I be familiar with any weapons like it?
No. Not from your knowledge of weapons and more from where you're from is very much your own longsword, and the weapon that's the weapon of choice of most knights where you're from, and it's of a very different design.
I'm sorry to say I can't be of help. I know nothing. It's lighter than it looks, but you already know that.
I try picking it up and it's just like
standing over it like.
I've had a word with them.
Oh, hey, Scale. Oh, hey, dude.
Yeah, they seem a little bit frightened, but they're calming down. They wanted to talk to us all about, I think, just to say thanks and all that, but I'm going to head down and just check them over again for injuries, so...
2 questions. First, have I ever heard of dead bodies coming back to life in the dawn? Probably not the dawn.
Okay. What was the other question? Is it related?
It's the symbol.
Okay, so first of all, roll a history check for the first question.
6.
When it comes to raising the dead, it's something that's in a completely different light, especially at the Dawn Chorus. It's almost like the pinnacle, but also it's the pinnacle of the Dawn Chorus's power. But it's also a point of great contention and whether or not it's right. And in very, very few cases where it's allowed, the number of times that it's happened, you could count them on your hand throughout the chorus's history. It happens so rarely. When it comes to actually maybe more animating dead bodies, nothing like that would ever happen at the Dawn Chorus.
Yeah.
That's probably all you know. And then for the symbol, roll a religion check.
It was an 18. That was really mean.
So slow.
It was like, I'm an 18. Nope.
So that's a 6.
Yeah. No, you don't recognise it. I'm just gonna. No, you've never seen anything like it. Just describe to them the symbol, what it looks like.
Can you do it for me? Because I can't remember.
Yeah, let me.
I've got a vague idea, but there's two that are very similar, and I don't want to get the wrong one.
So basically, it's like an eye. It's an eye. So the pendant itself is circular. The eye in the middle is split. So where you've got the traditional eye shape horizontally, the crescent line splits it on a vertical. And beneath there is just a dark black dot. So it's an eye split by a crescent with black dot below it.
Or more like that.
Big crescent, yes, and the crescent comes outside of the eye shape itself.
More like that.
That's it. Yes. Black dot below
At
it.
some point, I'm fake fussing over Ora so that I can kind of get close, and I just kind of go, there is no cowardice in running away to protect your family, and I kind of make a pointed little glance at Moxie while she's paying no attention. There's no cowardice.
So it's not a symbol of any of the 20.
No. I wouldn't even need to roll for that. Not with your training. So, I'll move you guys forward a little bit. I'm assuming after a while you'll have come down to the
Chat to the lads.
to the sand skiff. And as you approach, there are two of them. One of them standing at the top of the ladder, sort of ushering you on board. So I'll let you guys start from there if you like.
Yeah.
The one that you spoke to on board with the olive skin visible around from his wraps. So it says, "Thank you again."
Not time to kill those guys. Not kill those guys. Oh, Jesus. I meant to get the meat from the.
Oh yeah.
We will
say
be
you've
have
done.
times that.
Yeah, let's to be fair, you can say that to him if you want. You can say that to him, and he's like,
Oh, we'll do that. We'll deal with that later. Carry on.
Is Enton around?
They've come down with you, so they're around the sand skiff now.
Can they heal the dude?
Well, I was going to say, yeah. I just sort of go up to Matteo. Are you guys hurt?
I'm fine. My name is Yori. My colleague Tin. She's Tin. Tin. She's hurt.
I should be able to help with that. So I go over to Tin, and I go into my little pouch, pick up just a generic looking sweet. It might not taste particularly nice, but yeah, have this. It'll make you feel better. And it's basically like a really strong fisherman's friend.
Cool. Okay.
Does it actually do anything?
That's cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
She sort of holds her hand out a little bit unsure, but she takes it and she puts the sweet in her mouth.
Sorry, did she just take a sweet from a stranger?
Yes.
Yeah. You can see the blood on her arm, from her upper arm. It looks like some sort of. It doesn't look like a bite wound. It looks more like she was hit by something, whether that was a projectile or a blade. But it looks like a graze on her arm, and
So it's 9 points of healing.
Very nice. Okay, that puts her back up to full.
What happened?
She nods. Yori comes over. Tin doesn't really talk much. We were coming off from the deep sands we wanted to shelter for the night in the Cragmore, and we noticed a group of hunter scavengers, and we wondered why they were out here. There was 2 orcs at the front, and we came over to help them, and one of them fired on us and hit Tin, and we lost control of the skiff and hit this, and they took all of our rations
They sound
and left us.
correct. 2 orcs. Do they sound like the guys?
Do they
that
have
left?
marks on their head like ours?
Did they have marks on their head?
Yes.
Fucking.
But I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna kill him.
You know these people?
Unfortunately, we're aware of them.
Because, I won't lie, we were kind of worried when we first saw you.
That's fair. No, they're recent acquaintances. They're arseholes. We kicked them out.
As Yori's talking to you, you see Tin sort of being ginger with her arm, but she starts gathering up the sail. The mast has snapped and fallen down. Why are you out so far? The deep sands are so far west.
Going that
But you're
way.
not wrong.
I point towards the storm.
I mean, it is your own business, I guess. But we owe you our lives. Let alone the Kazels, we wouldn't have lasted out here without water or food. And I mean, I must admit, we will need your help further if we're to survive. But we can offer you a trade if you like.
What did you have in mind?
Well, if you helped us patch up the skiff, it won't be fully operational, but we could probably take you at least part of the way where you're trying to go. The deep sands is definitely out of bounds. We need to have more time, a few days probably to repair, but a quick patch of the copper lines, and if we can get the sail back up, then she'll be...
I should be able to help with that. I know a spell which can patch things up.
Plus, if we start skinning and butchering up these Kazels, that should keep us all set for a good while. Get you some rations in.
Okay.
I go over and start to try and pick up part of the mast.
Just by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to make you... Okay, if two of you are doing it, then... Well, hold your horses. So am I on your own? On your own. He's like, oh, okay, that actually fell on tin, and it's one of the reasons why she's really hurt. Just be careful.
Amaya's beefy.
Okay.
You've seen my arse.
Well,
Amaya got cake.
thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.